welcome back to our channel, Simply Garden and Home, and I'll tell you what, we're getting through the season, a little behind a couple of things, but that's okay. We're going to be planting our broccoli and cabbage, but a couple of things I want to talk about as far as culture, taking care of these things, so it kind of gives a nice idea of how I do this here and the success we have with this. We are going to interplant some lettuce. Tell you a little story about the lettuce is kind of interesting. We have a whole wire hoop with poly covering probably about 25 to 30 plants of lettuce over my daughter's garden about 2 minutes from here, because for some reason the lettuce took off much quicker this year, and so this is what we have left. However, I do have more lettuce planted underneath the burlap over here for seeds that's coming up later on. But back to the broccoli. So here's what I like to do. How I like to do the broccoli is really keep it spaced out properly. So I'm kind of giving you an idea of what interplanting can do as far as giving you more space. But first, let's talk about the whole process of planting broccoli here and what goes along with it. I like using line in the actual holes itself. Reason for that, it helps it avoid what's called clubroot. Now what clubroot is actually, you take a look at a stem. Here's a cabbage, same family, and you get like a little nodule right about there at below the leaf level, and that little nodule is called clubroot, and what that does, that blocks off the nutrients from getting into the plant dies. So I mix in probably a good 1/4 cup per hole of ground limestone. Then also what I'll do is I will put, when the plants are in, I put these are literally, believe it or not, shirt boxes cut up, and these are called cutworm collars. In our part of the country we have what's called cutworms. A little worm that actually comes in around the base of the plant and chokes the juice right out of the plant, cuts the plant right off. It's called a cutworm, and then your plant of course is done. Then also what we're going to do is we're going to put on top of this, because it's still chilly out, we're going to get some 30-degree nights still. Hopefully no colder than that, because I don't really want to put a blanket on top because it kind of can crush the broccoli plants, but I have some lightweight blankets I can put on top of old sheets. But this is spun polyester, and it's designed to let the sun shine through, and then also the nutrients, as I do a liquid fertilizer, but it also keeps, actually keep it down about 28 degrees at night. I haven't tested 28 because when I see frost coming I throw the blanket on too, but also what it does, holds in heat during the day and helps you get more heat, plants grow quicker, and get an earlier crop. I always like to try to push the season as much as I can, so most people will be planting their broccoli probably until in our zone 5, southern New Hampshire, probably the middle of May. So here we were the last week of April coming up here, so I actually had it scheduled on my calendar last week, but it was just still too cold. And then to control the bugs, we like using this product. It's by Bondi. It's Captain Jack's Dead Bug. It's for organic gardens. It's a powder. It's not, you don't want to eat it, digest it necessarily, but it's a powder that basically is very fine powder, almost like a talcum powder. And I use actually these old, I call them the old grandmother puffers used for the roses, But there we go. That's what we do. And we put that in there, and we puff the plants, give a nice little puff to avoid getting the cabbage worms, because cabbage worms can be a problem sometimes. I get more problem with those probably around midsummer. I know my wife Linda always goes, "Oh, is there any worms in these?" But in the fall we have the problem with the worms. And then last, I like to give them a nice drink with the organic. Yeah, it's organic. It is organic. I never looked at that before. Isn't that funny? But it's for organic gardens, fish emusion. Okay, so that gives you the idea of what I like to do as far as the nurturing and culture of getting the broccoli going. So let's go ahead and get these guys in here. And I want to finish actually putting some of the lime in here. So here we go. Like I said, about 1/4 cup. Here we go. All right, a couple more here. And that's it. And just kind of mix it around a little bit, shovel. grab a few plants and put some in here. All right. And did I write down the variety it was called? This is early broccoli. So it should probably mature probably in about, from planting, I should be getting my first heads of broccoli, provided we get some warmer weather, probably by the end of June. I should be getting my first heads of broccoli. I like to plant broccoli deeper than when it was growing, because it does shoot some roots along the side, so you can do that. And then we're going to grab one of these cutworm collars. You don't have to put these on right away. Even if you miss it for a day or two, you should be okay, but I've come out and had issues with that. And then of course, what's also nice about the polyester, I find that it keeps the woodchucks out. So we'd rather keep a sharp eye on those guys. There we go. Oh, you can also use popsicle sticks for cutworm collars too. I'll show you what I mean in a second here. Let's get this one out without breaking it. And this is planted. This is spaced about 18 inches below the rows, between the rows, and about 2 feet the other direction. And you can actually put a popsicle stick right next to it, like this here. And see, the cutworm now can't get around and cut the plant. So you can also do that too if you don't have shirt boxes. Got a couple extra ones in here, so we'll split these apart. Got an extra in here. I was hoping for 12 plants. I think we have enough for 12 plants. Here we go. All right. We're going to continue. So I was thinking as I'm planting these guys here about life and the uncertainty of times here. I'll tell you what, getting outside and doing a little gardening, a little work in the yard, you don't need a big garden, even just the size of this bed. I know I have a lot of things in here. I've got onions, carrots growing underneath there, lettuce, cabbage is going to go here, broccoli, and lettuce in between that. I mean, that's a lot. So really, you can do so much in such a little space. But I'll tell you, just getting out there and doing something like this is good for the soul. It really is. It's encouraging, and then you can step back and see the results. I mean, I do realize some folks get a little excited about the garden idea, and then you realize around when it starts getting hotter out, come June and July, it's like, oops, I forgot about the garden. But I've also learned that sometimes they can be pretty forgiving. You know, they get crawled out with weeds, or you forget to water them, they get a little wilty, they'll come back. So that's why I like to, a little encouragement there for you who think you don't have the capabilities of doing a garden. You sure can. It's not as difficult as it is, and plus there's so much help today. Oh my goodness, the amount of information out there. Well, I just finished, got all the broccoli planted in there. And now we're going to continue on to red cabbage, which actually, I love red cabbage, mixed in with salad. Oh, it's delicious. I'm sure people use red cabbage for other things. They pickle cabbage and use it in coleslaw with your green cabbage together, which is wonderful. But, cabbage doesn't need to be planted as deep as broccoli, so I was going to kind of stick it pretty much close to the surface that it was growing before. And I'm actually going to pick the better looking ones here. Some of these look a little bit, I don't want to say beat up, but something happened here. We'll find the better ones.
Do you need cutworm collars?
Yes,
on those?
Yes, we do. Oh yeah, all that. Yep, cabbages too. They'll come get those also.
What else can people use?
Yeah, instead of cutworm, I mean, shirt boxes, they can use poster board. You know, you can probably use some thin cardboard. You might get like on boxes that you get, like your crackers come in type of thing. That'd be fine. And we're gonna do 4 of these guys. Then we'll do a couple of green cabbage. I do like my, oh, this one's no good. We'll throw that one out. Here we go. And here we go. Okay. And we'll jump over there and get some green cabbage in there. Then we'll interplant the lettuce. Just over a couple of pieces of cabbage in here. Cabbage is easy to grow. I mean, it grows quite simply. Yes, you need some good nutrients. I did put some compost in this soil a little earlier in the spring. You know, I do the winter ryegrass, so that does get turned underneath also. So I'll find what I can grab out of here. Yeah, we'll take this one here and break it out of there. There we go. All right. Okay. This one we'll let it continue growing in here. We'll throw it back in there, throw a little dirt with it, and these guys can keep growing until I figure what to do with these leftovers here. Okay, so a couple things I'm gonna do next here is plant lettuce. Yes, this lettuce is a little rougher than we like to have it, but it will come back. Oh well, hey, nothing's always gonna be perfect, but I like to interplant because, you know, you got the space here. Lettuce is a fast grower, so I'm like, why not take advantage of the space, 18 inches, 2 feet here, going this way. Plenty of space to grow a couple things of lettuce in between. I'll give you an example here. This one took off really nicely. Your favorite lettuce, Linda, romaine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yummy.
yeah, look at a nice root ball on that. Isn't that nice looking?
Beautiful.
That's gonna be a quick one. We'll put it near the edge so you can grab it easier. But right between them. Here we go. Just shove her in there. Here we go. And this guy here is having a little tough time, but we'll plant him anyways in the whole pot. Oh, it's called Java. No, actually, this is Java here. Here we go. That's a Java romaine lettuce, and this is called pomegranate. Another lettuce. So we'll just stick that in here. You know, I actually think it's going to do better when it gets in the soil. For some reason, I didn't like being in the pot, but I don't put cutworm collars around lettuce. I never really find I have too much of a problem with cutworms with lettuce for some reason. Here's some more of this lettuce here. There we go. And we'll give this a good drink when we get done here. And we got a few more here. I have no idea what this is here. I think it's a bib, but it's got, this is sad. You know, I'm gonna plant this guy deeper than what it was growing. And it might grow roots along here and maybe come back better. If not, that's okay. There we go, put the bib right there. The bib lettuce. Another one here. What you're seeing here is I'm not a perfect gardener. 52 years of doing this, you know, things aren't always going to go perfect, aren't always going to go just, you know, the way you think it is. That's okay. We like doing a rotation of lettuce anyway, so I always have more coming. There we get a nice drink here. Show you the idea with the polyester, how it goes down. It's not windy today, which is a lovely thing. Yes, I've had the days where the winds are blowing like crazy. You try to keep one corner down, but this is awesome. So pretty much what we got is a little clips, little pins, and wow, this actually fits just the right perfect length from last year. Oh, by the way, this is reusable, so I don't leave this out all season long.
And where did you get it?
I got it probably through Harris Seeds, one of my garden suppliers. Most garden supply places do carry this.
I think you can get it online
you can
too.
probably get it online quite easily in most places. Maybe we'll put a link down below of where you can get it. And as time goes on, you want to loosen it up a little bit. I'm putting it down pretty tight right now, probably because I want to keep the you know, the warmth in case it gets cold at night. But as it starts growing bigger, plants start growing bigger, you want to give this a little more fluff to it so you aren't squishing the plants down. Plus you're not by then you're not concerned about the cold nights anymore much. At least we hope not this year. And I'll put more of the pins along the edge here because you really want to keep it pretty well pinned down. I'd probably put a pin every 2 feet or so. And then it's what we got. So hey, polyester down, cabbage is in, broccoli's in, and I enjoy being able to share with you the ideas of how I do the culture behind broccoli and cabbage and interplanting lettuce. But as the season goes along, I appreciate your watching. This season goes quickly, and we have more things coming for you. Behind that, I think the next thing we'll be planting will be, believe it or not, corn. About a week and a half of planting corn, but we got a lot more in between there we'll be showing you. And plus we got some special cooking things that are going on too, so we're excited about that too. But once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you subscribing. If you're new to the channel, thank you. Comments below, always appreciate it, or questions you might have. And we'll just keep enjoying this beautiful season. Bye for now.